Oh, alright, getting started. So 100%, as the name implies, gotta get every item. There's lots of different routes that are viable for 100%, but I think both the racers are going to take a similar route, I would imagine.
So I bet that they will both go for a late Brain Star,
Yeah.
but the thing is that Crunchy will go for New Fair, I'm sure of it. And
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think Monkey's gonna go for it.
Okay, I didn't know
So
Crunchy did that.
we'll have a little route deviation, and then
Yeah.
I think they will both go for the door clip route as well in late game.
Yeah. Alright.
But so far, Brain Star, very standard start. Just you pick up the Morph Ball, and then you will get through this section into that vertical shaft that we simply call the climb with all these platforms. Metroid Zero Mission being a game where the difference when it comes time saves doesn't really come up on tricks and execution, on big glitches and stuff. It's very minor optimizations and jumps where you can scrap every frame pretty much everywhere.
Movement is definitely key to going fast in this game. And having a good climb is a good indicator, and Crunchy's struggling a little bit with this wall jump.
Absolutely. When decides to just to get on the early platform, you can see a bit frustrated with it. Don't worry, Crunchy. I
Yeah.
don't think anybody saw that. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, that
Monkey,
wall jump is a little trickier than it looks. You got to time it correctly.
yeah, especially to land on the platform. If you
Yeah,
overjump, you might just bonk into the platform above.
yeah. See, if Monkey gets a double. Oh, he did.
Got it on the
Nice,
second try. That's cool.
nice.
Manages to overlap two missiles on top of each other and skips a cycle, which saves a few seconds.
That's very hard to do.
Frame perfect trick, so yep.
Yeah,
And only two opportunities. I hope Crunchy gets it as well. Oh, not quite getting the timing on his first attempt, but second
nah.
attempt could have been nice, but the spikes are coming in, and that's
Oh, that's
a big
unfortunate.
time lost. Yep.
Yeah, spikes can't really do anything about it. I think that's random.
Yep.
So
There's a you can kind of manipulate them in a way that if you wait for the worm, it's kind of unknown. If you just wait for the worm to get back to the top and then shoot your
yeah,
missile,
yeah,
getting spicy is very unlikely in this scenario. But if you shoot as soon as possible, you might get them.
yeah. And even then, you still might get it anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, Crunchy having some problems with his platforming right now.
Meanwhile, Monkey makes it actually through the hive room without any troubles
Yeah,
with
that was
all
clean.
of the 6 missiles. Hive room being one of the most notorious rooms when it comes to this game, simply because in the early stages of the speedrun of this game was very much a rush through and pray to not get hit by these bugs. And yeah, recently, or I guess a few years ago, we simply just decided to get into a position where we can just lure the bugs and make them follow us to not get bothered, just like Crunchy's doing. He's going to
Yeah,
the down of the room and gets them all behind him.
there's a bit of an art to manipulating the flies, though. You kind of have to get him to go behind you first. It's a little tricky to do. He gets through no problem. Monkey healing at bombs. That's not a bad call. Ensures
Yep.
that he'll have enough missiles.
Yeah. In usually in PB attempts, you might not get a heal here simply because later on in Crate we might hope for a few missile drops, but
Yeah,
healing there pretty much guarantees that you will not have to bet on RNG in the early stages of Crate, which is definitely a comfortable choice, and
yeah,
it's not even that slow.
yeah. It doesn't lose much time. Monkey getting a pretty good bug pattern too.
Yep, manages to bomb them all, and he might go down at this point to indeed go for the late Brimstone route, and yes, he does.
Yeah,
So for the moment, they will stay on pretty much the exact same route up until Norfair, which is going to be in like
10
12 to
minutes.
13 minutes. Yep.
Yeah,
But for now, both runners are actually going on the same strategies, deciding to heal at bombs again to not worry about Crane's RNG.
yeah. Definitely the right call in a race, I think.
Yep. It can become very, very frustrating if you don't even get the drops you want and you actually went all in. Oh, very good bugs from Crunchy. Actually,
Yeah,
there were a lot of them dropping out at the very beginning. Monkey deciding to use a missile to open this door early simply because he can charge his beam early and actually get a pseudo screw on that enemy that could have come onto this block. But
Oh, that's smart.
yeah, you can do it without shooting a missile simply because, well, we want to keep as many missiles as
Yeah.
possible. But since he healed, I guess he doesn't really care about one
Yeah.
missile, especially since he actually got one missile drop back. So not
That
that
works
much of
out
a
then.
worry. You should use one here as well. No, you can use one on this bat as well to avoid just killing it with beams.
But killing it with beams doesn't lose a ton of time, so
No,
I guess
think
if
it's
we're
only
trying
2
to be
hits.
safe, yeah.
Yep. And he will enter a crate under 6 minutes, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a solid Brinstar for Monkey.
Yep, Crunchy's having a few more troubles, but overall
Yeah.
he keeps his movement on the right direction and follows through.
Oh, that's wow, that's really bad.
Yeah, that's very, very frustrating.
Yeah. That's a big time loss there for sure. It's kind of hard if you're trying to avoid the zoomer, you could just end up falling all the way down instead.
And you can even get deboosted towards the outside and fall again. So
Yeah.
it's more usually the muscle memory does the job, but if you just get slightly desynced, it can go very bad.
Yeah. Yeah, Brinstar is difficult. No doubt about it. There's a reason most of us hate Brinstar. So crate normally when you're playing casually you need to have power grip, but since we don't have that yet, we're just going to be using a lot of bomb jumps. This one that Monkey's at can be kind of dumb. Having some trouble with the timing.
Yep, it can be a bit tricky, especially when this enemy just gets in your way, so you have to kill it again. Drops the bomb midair and then goes back for a few more wall jumps and gets into the tunnel. That's nice. Meanwhile, Crunchy is on his way to fight the acid worm as well.
If the runners didn't heal at bombs, they would have had to potentially farm those flies there, which costs a couple seconds, but didn't need to do that there. Monkey getting a bunch of missile shots. Alright, let's see what his missile drops are like. That's fine.
That will be enough.
Yeah. You want to have around 20.
Yeah, for the acid worm, since you actually need 30 missiles to kill him, you obviously want to enter with at least 30, but the more missiles you have, the better it is, simply because, well, you're not guaranteed to get good drops, and this is where healing at bombs comes in handy, because you already have a lot of missiles entering without even the need of good drops early on.
Plus, if you accidentally shoot too many at acid worm and tink them, it's good for safety.
Indeed. And the reason why we actually want at least 10 exiting acid worm is simply because there are 2 gigantic side hoppers that we'll need to kill. Each of them actually needs 10 missiles to die, and we pick up 2 missile tanks on our way, so exiting it with 10 is the optimal strat, or optimal thing rather, since you can't really manipulate the drops.
Crunchy getting very good drops, wow.
Yeah, he won't have any troubles.
Yeah.
Monkey, despite the fact that he actually got good drops on the worm, he wasn't able to get a missile on his way there. Oh, very nice bomb jumps. He actually got the first bomb midair, so that's kind of nice.
That was clean.
I actually cannot grip the zip line. you gotta get on it, Monkey. So you will notice that he actually only has 19 missiles, but since the gigantic side hoppers gives you 3 drops, it is very unlikely to get the triple health, though it's not unheard of, and he gets 1 missile, so that's enough. So if you get only
the high bomb jump.
Yep. And where is the... Whoa, okay. Never seen that.
Sure.
Whoa. That was...
okay.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Yeah, I haven't seen that before.
Yeah, me neither. It should be on the right side. This guy just wanted to chill into the left corner, like, nah, dude, I'm gonna come later.
That's really weird.
Yep.
Gotta have at least one of those moments in every race.
Absolutely. You love to see it. But in Monkey's case, something you kind of hate.
Yeah. I didn't lose that much time, I don't think, right? So
No.
not a big deal. All right, let's see how Crunchy does here. I don't need to break the second block necessarily, so now he's gonna have to, yeah. All right, he gets the first try.
Did he get the JBJ? Didn't see actually.
No, he just got the normal diagonal.
Okay,
Oh,
the,
Monkey?
Yeah, using the cannon.
Oh, I was watching Crunchy. I don't know, actually.
Oh, okay. But very nice movement in this
Yeah, that
room.
was clean.
It's actually more technical than it looks. Crunchy getting all 10 missiles he needs, and then proceeds to do a double bomb jump to get into this hole. And as you can see, the side hopper is already here on the right side, but
yeah, I think
in Monkey's case, that was a bit weird.
I think Monkey jumped like a little high, so maybe manipulated the other side hopper's jumping. I'm not sure.
Yeah, there was a theory about if you jump, it can actually make the side hopper come earlier onto the right side, so it could be a thing. It maybe was that Monkey actually jumped on the left side since he actually had a bit of troubles killing it firsthand, so who knows? It could be a thing.
Maybe.
But meanwhile, Crunchy is entering the boring room. I don't think he will go for the JBJ, but that would be pretty cool to see.
Yeah, JBJ is pretty hard in this room, I think. So
yeah, it's very
not super
very
necessary.
And since he's actually breaking the block, he was just you have to shoot the zipline there and then drops a bomb.
Yeah. Monkey getting the two cycle just barely.
There we go. That was still okay. It was not the most optimal of them all, but that was still a 2-cycle, and 2-cycle is already hard enough in itself, so well played.
Yeah, the thing with the Kraid fight, and a lot of fights in 100%, is that you need to time your missile, like, actually pressing B, because there's a certain rhythm to it, and if you don't get that rhythm down, there's a good chance you won't get 2-cycle, or even 3 cycles if you're really messing it up.
Yeah, you cannot just spam your missiles due to the cooldown, so especially getting double missiles, which is basically just getting 2 missiles out at every single jump, is kind of hard to do due to the timing. You both have to worry about your jumps and your missile spam. With Crunchy now on his way. Let's see how many doubles he can get on these side hoppers, and that's 4 out of 5. Very nice.
That's good.
It's actually much harder than it looks. You have like only a couple of frames to get the timing right, since we don't even stop to get there, so that was a nice play. And gets the shot on the
doesn't fall. That's good.
Yep. I think it's only a 4-frame shot.
Oh, Monkey.
Yep. Actually missing the speed jump, and now he has to go all the way back, so it's gonna lose in 10 seconds or something like that. Let's see how Crunchy does.
Good mashing.
Very nice double. Oh. I think only 2 more. Yeah, that was... Come on! Okay. There we go.
Alright.
Yeah, he actually got good RNG. Like, Kraid just didn't want to swipe at him, so this is definitely something he will enjoy, I think.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Something to actually note about that side hopper room from before is that when you're moving, when you're running and you shoot a beam or a missile, it actually kind of curves like farther away. So that kind of affects how you time shooting the missiles. You have to kind of shoot them a little bit farther away than you would think.
Yeah. It's actually why we can't get double missiles without stopping, otherwise the first missile would just crash into the ground. But the fact that this curving effect happens, we can just shoot the missile early on, as you said, and it will still hit the side hopper, when the second just hits him immediately.
Now Monkey's going to be heading towards the North Air. This section is pretty straightforward. There's one trick coming up, but other than that, it's pretty much just running to North Air and getting a couple items on the way.
Yep, good use of the JBJ from Monkey to actually get that ceiling E-tank.
Let's see, Monkey gets Charge Spark. Oh. I don't know if that'll work, actually. Okay, I'm wrong. Oh,
yeah,
sucks.
well, no, he actually didn't make it work. So storing that Shine Spark here is kind of hard. The timing is very precise, but you obviously want to jump up and then continue to store it on the slopes, but Monkey just straight decided to charge into the wall.
It's unfortunate. I'm actually surprised he was even able to store the spark at all. It seems like it was a little too far to the right.
If you do a spin jump, it is still definitely possible to get it stored, but the window is much tighter.
Yeah. I know Crunchy goes for charge spark too, so let's see if he gets that in a bit.
Yep.
Crunchy messing up the bomb jump. Alright. You got it.
But for now, Monkey actually cannot go to the right side of Brainstar right away. He has to go to Criteria to get the power grip, and occasionally his first pack of super missiles.
Yeah, that's a big reason why we go to Kraid before anything else.
Indeed, acquiring the speed booster. Yeah, acquiring it so early just allows us to break a lot of things and get a lot of items early on. Alright, that was a good setup for Crunchy, just stepping right when you exited. Alright, so that was the first step, then he has to keep it on these slopes and release it right after. Oh, unfortunate.
Yeah, that sucks.
He actually got the hardest part, but I've seen him missing it at this very point multiple times, so it has to be where it blocks for him, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah, lots of Shine Spark tricks are very tough in this game. And if you mess them up, some of them cost you a lot of time if you mess them up. That one isn't as bad.
Yep.
But still hate to see that.
Yep. For example, missing the one that Monkey just did is very costly, simply because you just have to recharge from the very beginning, especially when you have to do like chains of Shine Sparks. It is very costly at some points.
Yeah, we'll see lots of those.
Ridley.
Yeah. Oh, Ridley especially.
Yep.
So Monkey gonna go for this bomb jump.
Basically the only case of infinite bomb jumping to this run. Fortunately drops it in the middle of the way, but it's okay. You can just wall jump on the left side of the wall and wait for the platform to appear.
Still costs a few seconds. You kind of want to get that bomb jump, but missing it isn't a run killer or anything.
No. And it doesn't really cost anything. It's not like if it was a trick that saves and loses time, you will have a backup anyway, so it's not something you have to worry. Just try it anyway.
No reason not to go for it. Alright, let's see how Crunchy does with this.
Gets the wall jumps and release it to the left. You have to press down, obviously, on this slope. Somehow it is much harder than it looks. It's not hard, you just have to press down, but sometimes your brain is just like, nah, I'm not going to press down. And you obviously lose your Shine Sparks and have to chart it again, which is infuriating when it happens.
Feels real bad, yeah.
Yeah. But he actually got it, so no harm's done. And this is where the route will actually change for Monkey and Crunchy. Monkey will go upwards and get Ice Beam early, and Crunchy will instead go down and get it a bit later. "19 minutes flat at Ice Beam. That's okay for him, I think. And Crunchy, meanwhile, fortunately drops the bomb jumps pretty much at the same position than Monkey.
So in this next room, if you were playing any percent, there's a shortcut to Ridley here, but we're not going to take that, which is another big reason why we go to Kraid first, since we have Speed Booster, we can get almost everything in Norfair in one go. OOT world record just got under sub 17. That's awesome. That's crazy. Anyway, completely unrelated. as a fan of OOT speedruns, that's pretty awesome. But anyway, Monkey gonna spark through this heated room. Normally, if you're playing casually, you would want the various suit to get through these heated rooms, but the various suit is kind of completely useless when we're doing speedruns, so we can kind of just go through all the heated rooms without much trouble.
Yeah, one of the things that we could have mentioned when we actually talked about late Brent start is simply because of the fact that when you actually clean up the that was a kind of a high five. They just did the same spark at the very same time. You can get more energy and missiles if you clean up the top portion of Brinstar early on, and this is one of the advantages. It's simply because of the fact that Crunchy.
Oh, that sucks.
Ooh, yep, you will have to charge it again. Simply because you clean up more things, you will have more energy and be less concerned about you dying into the heated rooms. It's just that early Brinstar is very hard due to the fact that there are a lot of bomb jumps in it.
Lots of very difficult bomb jumps to boot. Very, like, big ones. But it does make Norfair a little bit safer and potentially faster if you don't have to heal at high jump or screw attack, but I think Monkey's going to have to heal at screw attack for this. I think Crunchy was trying to go for refill glitch there.
Yep. Unfortunately, kind of misses it. He tried basically to overlap the fact that he acquires the item with the riffle animation, which saves a few seconds. Monkey almost got it with the hardest method. That's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, that really looked like it should have worked.
Yep. Usually subpixels are what actually cause it.
Hmm. So Crunchy going for this bomb jump is a little harder than it looks. I already gets a first try.
Yep. Thing is that you actually have to be worried about not missing it so many times. Fortunately, he healed at high jump, so he will not be in any troubles. But I think he might heal again at screw attack, since there's a heated room that is definitely lethal coming a bit later. And he took a bunch of hits, so
yeah.
I think
If he didn't get hit by those rippers, he might have been okay, but he's trying to go for another.
Riffle glitch. Wow, okay, that bomb hit from there? Wow, you can see that the radius of explosion on the bombs in Metroid Zero Mission is absolutely huge. That was like miles away from the orb. What was that?
That was really weird.
I'm very surprised that he actually hit.
I feel like at certain levels of play, certain tricks aren't really worth going for. I don't know if Crunchy really needed to go for refill glitch there.
No.
I don't think it would have made that big of a difference.
Riffle glitch is not that huge of a thing, but at this point, I think you're usually more looking for something satisfying to get, and riffle glitch is definitely one of these treats that feels good.
I can't tell if Crunchy was trying to go for Money Spark just now, or if he just...
I think he just stored it, but he definitely was not going for it. If he was, he's a madman.
Yeah, that would have been wild.
I'll be very surprised. So yeah, we didn't really talk about it as well, but you can see that Crunchy is much closer to Monkey than he was early on, simply because Crunchy did not go to pick up Ice Beam that early. So he will have to get back to the top of Norfair before going to Ridley, while Monkey already has the Ice Beam, so he can go straight down to Ridley.
Monkey getting the 1 cycle there, or 2 cycle rather, which isn't really a big deal. It's probably costs like a second.
Yeah, something like that.
So now Monkey's gonna go fight the Imago Cocoon. This fight is pretty straightforward in 100% actually, if Monkey's going for the strat I'm thinking of.
What strat are you talking about?
Where you just stand on the corner and just shoot diagonal. Oh no, he's gonna do the wall jumps.
Okay, he's actually doing kind of a... Yeah, he's basically doing the any-person strat.
Yeah.
I think he missed a missile, although on the left side.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I saw a tank, so it just happened, unfortunately.
That's still pretty fast.
Yeah, that was good.
So, 1 second. 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 1 second Yeah, you can kind of just shoot that guy from below with a missile. I don't really know why.
I mean, the
It's
thing is
just-
that Samus cannon just gets through the wall a bit, so basically the missile just comes out on the other side and hits the hitbox from below.
Mhm. Oh,
It's not.
Crunchy not getting the spark?
Yeah, I think so. The thing he was trying to do was to store it there because with this route he's doing, he can get a shine break, which is basically
Oh,
breaking
right.
the speed booster block and then crouch to still keep the speed boost. Then he would have tried to break a missile block at the bottom there and then spark up, which is the optimal strategy with this route, but it's an extremely tough trick.
Mhm.
So now he has to do a bit of a different path. That's the thing with New Fair is that it's already a new route in itself, and you have two different routes depending on whether or not you get the trick.
Yeah, it's pretty difficult. Meanwhile, Monkey getting a good Demago fight, not getting the spark though, kind of
Yep.
sparked
He
a little
would
too high.
he would have got the spark, just that he did not press left. I think he might have tried to press down a bit too early, so he just ended bonking and not storing the spark in the first place.
That's a very tight window to get.
Making good use of the jump extend by shooting a shot in midair, which allows him to get a few more pixels on his horizontal speed, and gets to the other side to get the E-tank.
So now we're going to see a pretty interesting trick coming up from Monkey.
Freezing two enemies on top of each other and then killing them both with a single bomb, and it kind of messes up the game a bit with considering your positioning, and it just makes you respawn under the floor.
And that
Which
is like
allows
one of the only places that even works, I
Yes,
believe, right?
yeah.
Oh, Monkey.
Oh, Monkey. Yep, that
Monkey.
kind of sucks. So now he actually has to reset the entire room to get back into it because he needs to charge another speed booster. But Crunchy, in the meantime, he's having a lot of troubles getting into the shortcut to get down to Ridley.
Oh yeah, what is he gonna do here? I guess he just has
So
to go all the way back.
yeah, he has to restart all over again and just go to Ice Beam. But I think what he's gonna do, he's just waiting his options at this point. So the fastest thing for him is just to get into the Ridley shortcut. But with high jump, it just makes it so awkward for some reason. Personally,
Yeah.
this is why I tried New Fair for like a few days, but the fact that it was not good enough at the spark just made me do the route that Crunchy is doing, which is on paper, if you skip the heal and do everything perfectly, which is definitely doable even as a runner, it saves still 1 or 2 seconds on paper. But this getting into this shortcut with high jump just made it so awkward that I gave up on the route.
Yeah, that's understandable. That does sound a little awkward.
Yeah.
Between that and having screw attack.
Yeah,
Like that.
this is having screw attack is actually the problem because you usually want to
Oh,
use the
Monkey.
Reaper. Oh, Monkey! Everyone is having troubles at this point.
Yeah.
I'm concerned for Crunchy. I know that he usually gets, he can get very frustrated when things don't go his way. It's definitely happening. That's
Oh,
that's
Monkey
not
again.
good to see. Oh, Monkey,
I,
come on.
I just did that yesterday. I know exactly how Monkey feels. That just happened to me. That feels so bad.
Getting the low high, that really sucks.
Oh my god, dude.
This is one of the most costly Shine Spark chain to miss, simply because you have to get through 2 other rooms and the door transitions are obviously like 2 or 3 seconds each. And plus the fact that you have to go back every single time gets it gets very frustrating and a lot of time lost because of it.
Ridley is definitely like one of the most, if not the most punishing areas in this entire run.
Yep.
There you go.
Alright, Crunchy gets in. There we go.
I think there is something to be said about going for certain strats at certain levels of play. I just feel like going for New Fair is really not necessary until you have a really, really good time. I just don't see the point in doing it if you're not at the super high level yet.
So the thing with New Fair is that theoretically it makes North Fair easier, simply because you know that that heated room that is above Ice Beam. You don't do it with New Fair, or at least you do it later, which kind of allows you to have an quote-unquote extra E-tank for the heated rooms. So when you're a lower runner, you will usually heal at both high jump and screw attack. But with that extra E-tank, again, that is theoretical since you don't have an extra E-tank. But it usually makes people heal at only one place because of the fact that they have more energy. This is the main point of New Fair.
Right. But I feel like it's just very hard to execute, it seems like.
It is very hard to execute due to the fact that, yeah, getting into the shortcut is hard in itself. Going for the spark is not necessary since it's very hard, and again, it doesn't even lose time if you don't go for it. But yeah, the shortcut is definitely the thing that we highlight when you go for this route.
Oh, Crunchy goes down, so I think he had any percent on the mind for a second.
Yep, maybe.
Monkey just about done with collecting stuff in Norfair. Now he's just gotta head back to the Ridley fight now. Norfair? Ridley.
I think he actually hit the block right before the missile tank while morphing, because the shot just went straight forward instead of downwards, which is a frame perfect thing.
That was pretty cool.
Yep.
Crunchy getting a 1 cycle, I think, right?
Yeah, he got it. He didn't. That was at the very end, so he didn't actually have time to charge a spark and spark back, but it's still a 1 cycle.
Yeah, still fast.
Yep.
Not gonna get the spark, unfortunately.
Yeah. Getting
that's
the
a really hard
timing
trick.
of this missile block, yeah, it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah, it's kind of a gamble.
It does not lose any time to go for it again,
No.
so there are a lot of tricks that are just time savers, where going for them is just what makes you lose save time rather. Sorry.
So Monkey had really good super missiles, so Ridley fight was really fast. He kind of want to try and go for any super drops he might find if they're not super out of the way, just to make that fight really fast.
There are a few enemies that you can kill on your way. Oh, 0 super drops for Monkey. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Crunchy getting onto the ice clip and gets it. So you actually saw Crunchy killing 3 owls specifically, and only got 2 supers out of the 3 of them, which is half unfortunate since Monkey.
Wow, that's really unlucky.
Yeah, so when it comes to RNG and Ridley, you want to look mainly for super drops. Usually you have to get to 6 before Ridley, and then the 2 super missile tanks that you will get later are giving you all the super missiles that you need for Ridley. And then after, there are 3 zones. Basically, the Ridley's body that can drop supers. Monkey got none of them. Then there's the speedway, that little hallway that Monkey used the speed booster in, and he only got 1 super from it, which is super unfortunate.
Yeah, you don't really see that happen too often.
Yeah, only 1 super from both speedway and relay is definitely unfortunate. But then there are 3 more owls right here. Let's see how many supers he can get. I say 3, but there are only... Okay, the one was on the left side.
Okay, he's good now. It cost him a bit of time to do, but it's alright.
Yep.
You want to have a lot of supers for what's coming up.
Yeah, you can see... You can maybe ask your... if it is being lucky to get so many supers from these enemies, but these owls have a 70% drop chance for when it comes to super missiles. So not getting a super from them is actually unfortunate, since it's only 30% chance to not get one.
Crunchy missing this first spark here. There you go.
And now he has to start the bomb chain. You have to be faster than the chain, so your movement has to be on point, getting onto the wall jump, gripping the side.
Oh, okay, he's good.
Grabs these blocks, and there we go.
That's probably the hardest puzzle room to execute, I guess. I mean, there's also the speed jump, but I don't even know if I count that as being difficult. It's kind of just stupid.
Yeah, it is stupid, so you can see Crunchy just going for it right now. It is a developer-intended jump, something that we bring up every single time, and there we go. So there's only between 2 and 4 frames to go for it, depending on the sub-pixels, but if you only have the parent what you get for 2 frames, this is very, very unfortunate. But there's no way around it. You just have to get the 4-frame jumps. Yep. That's just how it works.
There's no easier strat to do it.
Nope.
And if there was, you would bet that no one would go for the normal one.
Absolutely. I mean, it depends. If it was like a stupid ice clip that actually
Oh,
loses
yeah.
7 seconds to the normal strategy, I would definitely go for the
Then
stupid
it wouldn't be
one.
worth it, yeah.
Yeah, but depending on the time, I mean, there's nothing that you can freeze to actually clip into it, and even if you manage to clip and get the missile, you don't even have enough space to charge a speed booster to get out of it. So
So no
I
matter
don't
what,
think
it's
we'll
just
ever
dumb.
find a way around it.
Yeah, unfortunately. But that's far from the worst part of this run, so it's... If you miss it like once, it's not a huge deal.
Yeah. It is still a big time loss though, since you have to reset the entire room to
Yeah.
get enough space to get a speed back up. Oh,
Crunchy,
good
that was
Crunchy.
really tight.
Yeah, he actually
Worrying
made it
me.
onto the frozen orb.
Yeah,
But falling down there is very costly. So heads up play from Crunchy to use the safety.
definitely. There is a fairly easy backup. You can just shine spark back up through the shaft, but it still costs you probably like 10 seconds,
Yeah,
if not
since you have
more.
to get to the right room or the room that's on the right side. So door transition just head up, and yeah, that's a time lost, unfortunately. Oh, Crunchy waiting for the crumble block to respawn and try to spring ball out of this room, but fortunately he will fall and take the wall cannon.
It's a tight window, I think. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to execute on. You can't really stop to get the spring ball. You just have to press left and get the right spring ball when you're coming out of the tunnel.
Crunchy about to go fight Ridley. He also has good supers, so this shouldn't be too hard. Ideally, you want to have like 8 or 9 for the Ridley fight. Now Monkey's just going to grab one more missile tank before heading to Torian. Crunchy getting a clean fight. Crunchy not getting any supers either. That's really... That sucks. Volthar just been really unlucky this race. Hopefully Crunchy can at least get something from Speedway. Gets 2 drops. That's alright.
At least it allows you to potentially get up to all 10 super missiles that you ideally want for Torian.
Mm-hmm.
But yet again, that's not very fortunate, only having 4 supers at this point.
Definitely not what you want. So Torian is probably the heaviest RNG section of the game. You want to try and get as many super drops as possible, and if you don't, what am I trying to say? Metroids will die in one shot from supers, or 5 normal missiles. So obviously you want to try and get as many supers as possible, but RNG can be kind of hard, especially if you don't have full health. That kind of lowers your chances of getting super drops. You might just get health drops instead.
Actually, when it comes to super missiles, this thing does not apply.
Okay.
That's one of the weird things. So as you said, usually
that.
when you're not at full health, the game will prioritize health drops to get you back to full health, and then when you're at full health, you're more likely to get missiles. But apparently, this thing does not apply for supers. So if you're at full health or not, you will still get the same chances for supers. And it looks like the game actually wants to to prove me wrong, as Monkey got no supers from all the Metroids he killed so far.
Wow, that really sucks. And you don't want to go below 4 because you need 4 for Mother Brain.
Absolutely. At least to go for a fast Mother Brain.
Yeah.
And we have seen Runner getting greedy and spend all their supers into this room specifically, and eventually got no supers after, so they ended up with 2 supers or 0 Mother Brain.
Definitely not worth the risk, I don't think.
Absolutely not. The thing is that in any percent, you can kind of understand the risks because you only have between 4 or 6 supers in an 90% run. But in a Hondo, it's not like you will get 10 super drops on the spot and waste them because you didn't have time to use them like in any percent.
Mhm.
So there's really no reason to not to drop below 4 in Hundo. As we see Monkey getting a lot more supers in this.
Alright, yeah, now it's getting better.
Yep.
Oh, awesome. Oh, so this should be a very fast Mother Brain fight. He has 8 supers. That's really,
Yep.
really good.
And Crunchy, meanwhile, he got the right setup he wanted for Brainstar Super. Cool.
So there, ZM does have a Zebetite skip like in Super Metroid, but it's not worth going for it 100%, so we just go through. You really only see it in like any percent. Oh, that's Monkey. Monkey.
That Rinka was a bad boy.
Yeah. Oh, well, that
just
still
got
was
annihilated.
fast.
Holy hell.
Yeah. That's alright. Having above 4 supers at all is just a good thing anyway, so...
The way you want to kill Mother Rain is that since Mother Rain will die in 7 supers or 35 missiles, when you just adds up the two, basically you want to get it in 4 cycles, each cycle is being 4 missiles followed by a super, simply because when you hit her with 5 missiles or a super, she will close her eye instantly. So to maximum the amount of damage in every cycle, you can just do 4 missiles and then 1 super. So everything is optimized to make sure that she will not close her eye as much as possible to not waste time.
And having the extra supers just lets you kill her tank faster.
Yep.
Because normally that requires 20 normal missiles.
Especially with the turret shots and all the Rinkas converging in your direction, you can easily get knocked out and drop into the lava.
Yeah.
Crunchy, I think, got good bugs RNG on this on these vines, as he's cleaning up the upper portion of Brainstar. This is the E-tank that we get, the extra E-tank that we can get in early Brainstar, which kind of makes your life easier when you're doing Norfair. And you can actually notice that he doesn't go for the Vario suit simply because the game will actually give us the Vario suit a bit later, so you don't even need to take it.
Yeah, making Vario suit the most useless item in the game.
Absolutely. I mean, it gives you a damage reduce boost. That was, yeah, it reduces, but it still boosts. Very nice use of the English language. It kind of reduces the damage that you take by 25% and makes you invincible into not really invincible, but not sensible to the heat in the heated rooms. But it's not really that useful. The E-tanks usually do the work.
Yeah. As long as you know how to go fast, there's no point in having the Vario suit. So now suitless. Suitless is the same every single time in every single category. No, every single time you do it. So there's very concrete strats here. The first of which is skipping the map, which
I was about to say that, and that's a map of shame for Monkey. So
yeah.
There we go.
That's a big time loss.
Yeah, it's about 7 seconds, I think.
Hopefully he will heal. Okay, good.
I would have been very furious if he did not do it.
Yeah.
There's no reason not to do so.
Especially in a race, because the space pirates will kill you in one hit if you don't heal.
Yep. No matter how many heat tanks you have entering this section, if you have 0 in 1% or all 9 right here in Hundo, you will drop to 99 health anyway after the Torian session.
A Monkey going for friendly fire, or whatever we're calling that strat now.
Yeah, team kill, friendly
Team
fire,
kill, yeah.
fire, skip. I like team kill, but and this is why you want to heal.
Okay.
So this strategy can definitely get out of hand if you don't know how to do it properly, and eventually Monkey is going to lose time trying it.
It only saves like 1 second too.
Yeah.
It's very dangerous to go for. Let's see how Crunchy fares in Torian. Oh, wow. It's really good super drops now.
Yep, so far he's doing pretty okay when it comes to drops.
Oh, that was interesting. Clipped
you
into.
know,
Oh, uh-oh. He just kind of clipped into that Metroid for a second when he froze it. It was weird.
Yeah, Metroids and frozen hitboxes in general are
Yeah.
very hard, which is why pretty much all the tricks that are into this game come from frozen enemies. Just think about the ice clip in Ridley, the Zebetite skip in Torian, the door clip in the Mothership. Frozen hitboxes are the key in this game if you want to go for glitches. These are very
Definitely.
good super missile drops.
Yeah. Very, very fast so far, just because of that alone. It can't be understated how much time getting good super drop saves.
Oh yeah. Right now, Crunchy wants to keep all 8 super missiles he has simply because he wants to destroy the glass with all 4 supers. Oh, and the damage that he took from that ring actually made him clip through the Metroid and not get grabbed. That was interesting. And he actually got 2 super drops from one
Yeah.
from each of the last Metroids. So he will be able to use a super on every single Zebetide if he wants to, but he's just gonna go for the doubles on the first 2.
Yeah. Is it really worth saving the extra 4 supers? Like if you still have a bunch of Metroids to kill, I feel like it kind of
Like
just
choosing 8 instead of 4.
yeah.
No, it's faster staying at 4 and using the extra
Yeah,
supers for
I
Metroids,
figured.
but for Crunchy, it's definitely a comfort choice because yeah,
Yeah,
getting
that makes sense.
getting onto the platform with all these Rinkas and turret shots can be very awkward, and it just makes it so easy. Instead of pressing the B button 20 times, you just do it 4 times, and the glass is already broken.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Mother Brain didn't really go as well as he actually wanted to, since he missed a bit of the cycle on the 3rd time, but no problems, makes it out and gets the spark up. Now he's onto the escape. Monkey, in the meantime, he was having a few ups and downs in the toothless section. I actually saw him getting the fast searchlights, but not able to get the Sam strat at this point.
Yeah, Sam strat just makes it so you don't have to go into that save room to turn off the alarm.
Mm-hmm. Power bombs!
Yeah, power bombs are kind of the bane of our existence, as we'll see in a little bit.
Yep. Just to mention, this power bomb is actually an illusion, as well as the pirate. Both have no hitbox. They're just graphics.
Yeah.
Good movement into this room that Monkey just had. This is one of the most dangerous rooms, simply because if you mistime one of your shots, your pistol might not be back to the stunning point.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's safe to kind of just stutter a little bit to ensure that your stun is ready.
Yep. Since the stun takes actually 1 entire second to charge.
Yeah.
One of the things that just makes it so much cooler, though, is that when enemies are stunned, their hitbox is just completely turned off, so we can just run through them. Which
Yeah, I
is
would take advantage of that
useful.
a few times.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Because if they would just freeze, like if you were using Heist Beam, a lot of strategies that we have in Toothless would have been different, especially in this this very long hallway it was in.
Mm-hmm. So this would be a lot slower.
And a lot harder, I think.
Yeah. So right now, there's probably like a 6 or 7 minute difference between Crunchy and Monkey right now.
Around that, yes. Since Toothless takes actually around 5 minutes to get through.
Yeah.
But as Crunchy's entering the Space Pirate Mothership, Monkey is about to start our game, the Charlie fight. One of the RNG points of the Metroid run, of the Metroid Zero Mission run.
We want to wait until this thing glows. Oh, Crunchy also getting the map.
At least they won't get lost.
Yeah, thankfully. A cool strat we can do if we're not if we heal is that we can actually damage boost to speed up this fight a little bit.
Yeah, for some reason, when you just shoot yourself onto this little sigil, the model that you have to shoot will appear on average 1 second 1 second early. For some reason.
Oh,
It's
Monkey got the
not really,
glitch.
but oh, nice glitch. I hope he shoots. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
We'll have a few glitched pixels when the cutscene will come out. But that was an okay trolley from
Yeah.
Monkey.
Yeah, the damage twisting strat isn't really relevant if you're going for PB attempts most of the time, but it's good to have in your back pocket just in case.
Good tripwire skip
That was
from
close.
Crunchy. Yeah, that was very, very close, but this is much harder than it looks again. The wall jump is very, very tight.
I think it's like a few frames, actually, I want to say.
Since you actually, right after you're starting to fall, you have to press A to start spinning and then get a wall jump. So there are a lot of timings that come into play.
Yeah.
And he manages to get it. But now Monkey, now that he has his fully powered power suit, whatever, I'll just get going. He is about to do one of the hardest Shiny Spark chains that you have to do in the entire game, the Charlie E-Tank. Have to take it all the way up there and go down, get into the tunnel to take the E-Tank, the missile tank rather, and charge it again. Yep, very,
that's really hard to do, and it costs a ton of time if you mess it up.
Yep.
It's not something you want to miss. And you don't necessarily have to get the missile tank while you're doing that, but it is faster too.
Yeah. You could just recharge it one time on the slope, then go down, and after you collected the E-Tank, just go back up to collect it, the missile tank. But yeah, it's the fastest strategy, and Monkey nails it.
If you're even like kind of confident in doing that trick like perfectly, then you have no reason not to go for that tank immediately. So this is a matter of landing the missile. Yeah,
absolutely. And the thing is that you can lose a few seconds if you don't take the missile tank early on, but if you just miss the trick at the very end, you will lose like 25 seconds because you have to go back all the way from your starting position under the water and then go for all the chains. So sometimes, especially when you're a beginner, just go for the 4-second time loss that come from the safety instead of a potential 25 to 30 seconds time loss that come with you failing it. And then when you will get more comfortable, just start taking risks and you will see if that pays off. Oh, Crunchy. Unfortunately, he missed a few wall jumps and wants to reset the room because he doesn't want to get detected.
Yeah, oh my god. As long as you keep resetting the room, the spotlight will be the same every time.
Yep.
So, alright, there you go. That was very scary.
Doesn't want to get detected
if you get caught.
Yeah, simply because in this next room, right here, there's a barrier that can be raised right where he was standing on these gray blocks. And he would need to wait anyway for the barrier to disappear. As he attempts Sam Strat by freezing the pirate into the door transition, and then proceeds to shoot these 2 blocks on precise timing. Oh, he shot a third time. It might... No, he actually messed it up.
Alright.
Yeah. He actually shot a third time, which delayed it a bit more, and then did a jump for some reason. I think he was trying to just spin jump right after falling through the blocks, but he was actually very early on his timing and ended up jumping instead of just spinning while falling down. But as we were talking about power bombs early on, this is simply what Monkey is going for right now. He's just chasing after the power bomb that you saw the pirate taking.
Yeah, but this is the only power bomb that we can get like first.
Yeah, this is the first power bomb that you're supposed to get. So that was both the intended power bomb and the power bomb that we're getting as speedrunners. Simply because there's just no way for us to get another power bomb. Usually because power bombs are hidden behind power bomb blocks or power bomb doors.
Most of the time, the point of even having the power bombs is to get more.
Absolutely. So. Fortunately, we're not at a point where it's like Fusion where we have 32 power bomb tanks, but still.
Yeah, it's a little excessive.
Yeah, since power bombs are not even required to finish the game. In an any percent run, we don't even get power bombs.
Yep.
Nice. So Monkey just went for one of the glitches that we do in this run, which is the door clip. He just froze a pirate in a specific position, and when he crouched and stood up, the frozen hitbox kind of pushed him into the door, which allows you to just get through without using a power bomb. Since this door is yellow, the only way to open it is to use a power bomb. But he manages to get through without using one. And the thing is that you will have to use a power bomb on the other side anyway to get the tank that's above. So your power bomb will both destroy the blocks that you need to destroy to access that other tank and open the door. So overall, it makes you save one power bomb, which will allow him to go for a different route.
Yeah, the power bomb count is really, really tight in this run, and that's one of the main reasons we go for that, because if we don't do that trick, then we have to do a different route that may or may not have us get another power bomb drop, which it's just hard. Going for the door clip is just for consistency, and it doesn't. I don't think it loses a whole lot of time at all. So
no, on paper, I think the door clip route loses like 2 to 3 seconds, but it is so consistent that it's something that everyone should go for. There's only one person that is on the top and doesn't go for it simply because that person is actually good enough to always save those 2 to 3 seconds due to the route. So
yeah, otherwise, yep, Scotty is that's just how he is.
Yep. I mean, yeah, I don't think you can justify. I don't think you can argue with him that he should not go for any stupid strat.
Yeah.
So the thing that after that, Crunchy actually got a bit of a rough Charlie fight, I think, but now he actually got his suit back, and he's gonna go for the Charlie E-Tank Spark.
So the route difference here with door clip, if we didn't do door clip, we would come back here like at the very end of the game.
Hey, not needing to jump over the map since they already got it on the way on.
Hey man, it saves time.
Yeah, technically yes, you will save time on the split because you did not jump. That's a half a second time save. Nice.
Nice.
That's a gold split material.
Just play perfectly for the rest of the split. Forehead.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Crunchy.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
Crunchy.
Getting to the very top without getting a single recharge, or at least you're forced to do one recharge right here as Crunchy does.
Yeah.
But you can get to the top without. For a second, I thought he was going for it. He was on pace for it.
Yeah.
But this is very, very hard.
I don't know. I don't know if that would have worked. Up.
There we go. He got the block.
All right.
Okay. Recharging there is very awkward. The slope is so tight. Only like 2 blocks or 3 of leeway, but he actually ends up getting it. So well played from Crunchy.
Definitely. And the thing is, if you miss that missile and you try to go for it again while you have the spark, you have to do like a somersault jump to get the missile, because otherwise it'll just spark, and that's not what you want.
Yeah.
So it's just really, really awkward all around. But that went better than I would have expected, so.
Made it work nice and easy. Maybe not that easy, but at least made it work.
Now Monkey going for one of the harder strats.
Breaking that glass tube is a one trick attempt. You cannot even go for it again since the glass tube will not respawn.
Oh my god,
nice.
I thought he was too high up. That was scary.
Very good for Monkey. Keeping the speed booster charge all the way down, and then doesn't even go for a shine spark. You can do a diagonal spark, which is the safety option, but yeah, the space boost is very cool. It saves a few more seconds rather than just getting a shine spark. But it's obviously much harder, but so cool to get it.
And way riskier too.
Obviously, yes, because if you don't get it, you can lose a lot of time. Yet again, pretty much every single shine spark dependent trick in this run will make you lose around 10 to 20 seconds depending on the trick.
Yep.
Some are harder than others, but pretty much all of them are just very costly if you miss them.
Especially the spark run she's doing, which it's actually extremely hard to actually miss that, but by some crazy chance you do, that's a lot of time gone.
Yep.
But that, like I said, that's you don't ever see anyone mess that one up, so.
I mean, it can happen if you just get shot by the pirate or decide to spark from the ground. This is why the Crunchy did a little jump towards the wall before, simply because to not get shot by the pirate. Otherwise, by the time you store your spark, start the animation, the pirate that's right behind you will shoot you in the back and cancel your spark, which can happen, fortunately. So you have to be aware of that.
Crunchy getting hit. All right, Monkey. This power bomb take he's going for is a lot harder than it looks, and I think this is probably the most costly spark to mess up. But he gets it. You have to go back like 2 rooms, and it's hard, but he gets it.
And we actually did the easier version simply because we had that extra power bomb. We broke a few power bomb blocks on the ground, which gave us extra distance to charge our speed. And yeah, this is the comfort of the door clip route. Otherwise, the shine spark change will be much more longer, and there are only one place where you can recharge your spark, and it's like 1 block tide.
Yeah,
And you still have to be super quick.
Yeah,
that's
that's the cool thing about Door Club. It's guaranteed that you have that power bomb. If you don't go for it, you have to hope that you get another drop, and if you don't, you can still do the spark. But like you said, it's just a lot harder.
Yep.
Monkey gonna go for a cool space boost here. That was kind of close.
Yeah, this block that he just broke on the pillar was the last block he could have broke. Otherwise, the one right below was solid and unbreakable. So he could have just landed there and stopped his speed boost.
Yeah, that would suck.
And loses a lot of time because yet again, every single speed booster dependent trick, you always have to. It's basically because you just have to run back all the way to where you started to get your speed again. But Crunchy, now that he acquired the power bomb, he will go for door clip as well.
Looks like that should be good.
Good.
Oh, he didn't freeze the pirate.
No, he did not.
Oof. Yeah, the thing with that, it is sub-pixel perfect. It's just we happen to find a consistent setup for it. But if you mess it up, there's really no way you can save it unless you reset the room, which you could do. There's honestly probably, in a race setting, that's probably the best backup to have if you're trying to be consistent.
Yeah, so now that Crunchy actually used that power bomb, I don't know, either he will go for the hardest route of the two, which can be a bit RNG dependent, or he will not. Okay, and I think
he's going to use this.
Yeah, I think he could do is that he could just not use this power bomb right here, and which loses a few seconds, but at least he would have had that extra power bomb for later.
Yeah, that's a little bit questionable. I don't know if he should have gone for that, but I guess we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just praying that he'll get the extra power bomb drop.
Yeah, there's a specific room when there's about a 25% chance you kill all the enemies in the room to get a power bomb drop, but 25% is definitely not enough to justify going for this route.
That was one way to do that room.
That was weird. Like he dropped the bomb to actually destroy the block, but he actually fell off.
Yeah.
He maybe wasn't pressing right. Otherwise, he would have been on the block that the super was standing on.
Normally, what you would do is just shoot out the block that has the super missile tank in it, and then lay the bomb, or lay the bomb and then shoot the block. So you can just get it. Crunchy. Oh, he's okay. He's okay. Yeah. If that work bot gets a little too close to the exit to this little thing right here, that's really bad.
Yeah, he will just stop, and you cannot even really push it simply because your missile will tank due to the fact that your cannon is basically inside the work bot, and the head box is only like 1 line of pixels right at the exterior of him.
For some reason. So yeah, Crunchy's gonna go for the other route.
It's a mandatory refill that he takes simply because we don't really have enough power bombs to go for the route. So basically, the refill is only to get our power bombs back. But meanwhile, Monkey, I think
he's gonna go for the space boost.
Nope,
no, he's not.
He actually keeps his recharge.
I respect that.
Yep. Decides to get a shine spark all the way across the room. There's a faster strategy that is basically you just space boost across the entire room, but it's very tight. Yeah. The hardest part is not necessarily to get the speed to space boost across the room. It is to get through the door.
Oh God, Crunchy.
All right, okay. Crunchy. I don't really know if he wanted to go for this for this up spark because
I don't think he wanted that.
Yeah, I think he wanted to stay on the edge. But at least he got the E-Tank, so...
Yeah, that's a lot better than just missing Glass Tube altogether, so
Indeed.
it's alright.
Yep.
Monkey would probably go for the space boost going back, though. It's not a whole lot faster, because it's really just kind of skipping the startup and bonking animation, but if you're confident in it, there's no reason not to go for it.
Yeah, and even the Shine Spark is just a bit faster than the Space Boost, but it's only relevant in this specific room because of how long it is. But overall, getting the Space Boost on both ends saves around 2 seconds, which is like 1.5 seconds on the way on, simply because you don't have to walk all the way through. And then only 0.25 to 0.5 seconds on the way out. So it's again another trick that saves just a bit of time, but kind of hard, so not necessary.
Right.
Crunchy didn't get that extra power bomb he was looking for, though, so it's going to be rough for him.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be hard. So now he has to start his Shine Spark back here. I don't think that was... What is he doing? Oh, he's probably just going to grab it first and then go back. Okay.
Right, so this is where the extra power bomb from Monkey was very, very good, because Crunchy now he has to start the Shine Spark already here, and then there's this little slopes. He keeps the Shine Spark on he might have pressed down a bit too early yet again. If you don't press the direction while you're getting onto the slope, you will just bonk into it.
That's a tight recharge on top of that.
The fastest way to do this trick is simply to do it once on that right side and then rush to the door to get it, but the window is so small.
That's really hard.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh man, that feels so bad.
This is where it gets really frustrating.
Yeah.
Simply because there's just no way for Crunchy to restart another charge. He has to go all the way back into the water.
Yeah.
Because these two blocks that are right in the middle of the slope, these two are power bomb drops, and this is where the extra power bomb from door clip comes to be useful.
Yep.
Simply because you don't have to worry about this. You can just rush through the blocks. But you can see Crunchy here. He has to do a ball spark. He has to start it again, then do another shine spark, and this is where it aligns with the normal door clip strategy.
Okay. All right. He's through.
There we go.
Yeah, that's why we go for door clip.
Yep. Basically, it was such a huge discovery.
Yeah, definitely.
Not because it saves time, but just because it makes the routes much easier.
Yeah.
Oh, almost got the space boost all the way through from Crunchy. This is still pretty good. This is a hard space boost to get.
Yeah. So now Monkey is going back to grab one single power bomb tank that's just completely out of the way.
The infamous out of the way power bomb.
Yeah.
You just take 2 to 3 minutes of your time to get this one. Most frustrating thing is that it's already here, but in Suitless you cannot get it simply because, well, first you don't have armor, and 2, there's a missile block that just denies you from getting it. And then when the Suitless section is over and you have your gravity suit and everything, the thing is that you well, there are power bomb blocks in front of it.
Yeah, so you need power bombs to even get it.
Yep.
This one will be really, really nice to try and get early if we ever find a way to do that. That would be great. But yeah, early power bombs in any capacity is just, we don't know.
I think Monkey landed. Monkey landed his power bomb too low.
Yeah, I figured.
Fortunately, he had an extra power bomb. I don't know where he got it, but that was a bit of luck for Monkey. Otherwise, he would have need to just get all the way back to the save room and heal.
He probably got it in Norfair.
Yeah, Norfair you can usually get 1 or 2 power bombs if you're very lucky.
I think the Rios usually drop them. Yeah, normally doesn't really make a difference.
The side hopper do drop power bombs as well, I think.
Yeah.
It's usually where I got one, personally.
Yeah. Yeah, that one doesn't really actually matter unless you mess that up, which you don't really see that happen too often anyway. Crunchy gonna head to Crate now. There's like 3 items in Crate we didn't get.
Yep. 3 of them are missile tanks.
Yep.
And 2 of them are technically collectible even without the gravity suit, but it's faster to just get them later on, since we have to get back into Crate anyway for this this missile tank that Crunchy is about to take, since we need both speed booster, high jump, and gravity suit. Gravity suit being the most important of them all, to get that ball spark under the acid.
A good rule of thumb is that if we skip an item at one point, it's because it's faster to get it later.
Absolutely. Oh, Crunchy! All right, nice. I saw that.
I actually didn't see what just happened.
So you have to space jump over these crumble blocks to get onto the zipline. He actually missed like the 2nd or 3rd space jump, and he did a crumble jump.
Oh, so nice. That's frame perfect.
Yeah, it's a frame perfect to jump onto these crumble blocks and still get the jump. Otherwise, you will just fall through. And it actually ended up saving him, since he got onto the platform after it. So very nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
Clutch jump.
Monkey taking an interesting route through this room. Crunchy wants to be really careful not to accidentally use another power bomb, which I know kind of sounds silly, but it's happened before. If you're trying to use a missile but accidentally use a power bomb instead, because if you use an extra one here, you're in trouble.
Yeah,
I think you'll be
being
okay.
very, very tight on power bombs just makes it very intense. It looks, again, as you said, it looks silly, but if you are just in morph ball, then you have to unmorph and shoot a missile right after. And it just happens that you actually did not press up, especially in the shortcut from Crate to Norfair.
Yeah, that's usually where it happens.
Yeah, there's a missile block that you have to shoot, and if you end up just not unmorphing, you will you think you will unmorph, but you just end up dropping a power bomb instead of shooting a missile. And yeah, if you don't get lucky and get another one, this can be such a trouble.
Yeah. Crunchy stored his spark really late. I was kind of afraid for him for a second, but it worked out. There's a speed booster block right in front of that door.
Yeah,
so
he might have.
Over it.
I think he might have taken a hit, which kind of delayed the speed booster for a bit.
Okay, okay.
So it happened to me right before I commented this in the run. So, yep. Monkey getting a very nice space jumpy tank. This is very, very hard. This is the last item that we pick up.
Yep. You could shine spark towards that one, which loses like 6 seconds or something, and the space jump is really hard.
Yep, and costly.
Yep. Yeah, because you have to reset the whole room, because the barrier gets in the way. Alright, Monkey just about done. He's gonna fight Mecha Ridley now. Crunchy going for the shine spark here. I don't blame him.
No, yet again going for a space boost is almost not even faster. So.
Oh, Monkey got an awesome pattern here.
Yeah, very good shots. The thing is already almost red.
Wow, that was a really good fight.
Very good. Yeah, very, very good fight from Monkey.
That's like the ideal mecha fight.
Mm-hmm.
And he still has 6 supers left, which will be useful for the work bot. Sort of. Doesn't really matter, but it's nice.
I mean, having a few supers allows you to to push the work bot back much faster than with regular missiles. So he has one more trick to go. Oh yeah, one of the things that we have to mention, Crunchy, usually when you enter this room with the classic route, there's that missile tank that you have to pick up near the ball cannon. But with New Fair, we get that missile tank early, so Crunchy does not need to pick it up. Sometimes it can be overlooked, but yeah, it's about a 7 second difference.
Oh god, Crunchy, that was really close.
Got this one right before the door.
It's scaring me.
It's like that stop panel on the road, like, I stopped, I'm legal.
Don't worry, everyone.
I got this. Oh, Monkey. Alright, he has to set up his position accordingly to get that shine break. There we go.
This is the last big trick of the run. And this one, there's no do-overs, but he got it, so it's okay. So there's just a couple black space pirates here. They take a lot of hits to do. There's lots of different ways to fight him. Looks like Monkey's going for a pretty reasonable strat here.
The YOLO way,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, that was pretty fast.
Yep.
Monkey finishes 1:14.59. Not bad.
Yep. And this is where I come to crush his hopes, because the official SRL time is actually 1:15.01. So you usually feel good and yeah, I got sub 1:15 simply because you're like 1 second away from it, and then SRL just comes in and is like, I'm gonna add one or two more seconds. But GG to Monkey, as is our winner today.
Yep, GG. Crunchy still has maybe like 7 or 8 minutes left of run.
Something like this, yeah. Collecting the last missile tank he needs. Yet again, going for the out-of-the-way power bomb is it's usually a boring section since, well, you already did it once on the way back, so it can, it just gets kind of repetitive.
Yeah. Hey, Monkey.
Hello.
GG,
How do you feel about that run?
Well, it was really good.
Yeah, it was a run.
How about that spider jumping on your leg? Is it something common?
That was really scary.
I know how you feel.
Just kind of showed up, and then I was like, oh.
Hey, what's up? What's up, girl? I mean, I definitely don't know how you're feeling, and I'm not going to. I'm jealous.
No, last night I was playing rando, and this moth that was probably like 2 inches big just thudded onto my shirt and scared the absolute crap out of me. I know exactly how he feels.
Give me lamp.
So scary.
Plus, it was like, what is it? Whenever I was getting the Ridley, it was like actually pitch black outside.
Oh yeah, you typed that.
Like it was, like it was super windy and everything. Like I was legitimately scared that my power was gonna go out.
It's all our eclipse.
Well, luckily that didn't happen.
Yep.
That would have been a shame.
Yeah, shame, and you get the map as well.
Oh yeah.
Both of you got the map, so is it like does it cancel, or is it still shared to the both of you?
Well,
no,
no,
I'm gonna let you
it's just map squared.
Okay, I see.
So
it's double bad, is what you're trying to say.
yeah.
I feel like you two made lots of similar mistakes. I think, right? I feel like, am I crazy?
I
can't even think now.
I can't really remember. That's the thing. There are so many tricks in the thing that are influential in this run that it's hard to remember everything that went wrong.
Yeah. I think Charge Spark. I think went wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the thing is, Monkey missed the store, and Crunchy missed
Well,
the third store.
I had the spark. It's just that.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh, that's right.
forgot
That's
about
right.
that.
Yeah. Oh
You
man.
really wanted that wall dead. Yeah, sometimes you gotta be slow. That's the thing. Like being a speedrunner and actually needing to be slow at some points. That's a pain to deal with sometimes.
It feels bad. Wants to do that. Trying to go fast.
But meanwhile, Crunchy, now that he actually got his out of the power pool, he's going to. He has still a few more items to get, including the lower ship.
Yeah, hopefully he remembers to do that. I don't know how often he'd actually has to do this route.
I've seen him doing it a few times in tournaments. So.
Oh, Crunchy.
Come
yeah,
on.
if you wait too long there.
Yeah, that was unneeded. So what he wanted to do was to go for the race with the missile. When you do that shine spark and shoot a missile upwards, you can kind of catch the missile before it hits the blocks. But if you're too slow, the pyro will just jump on you.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Yeah, that was just him at this point. Alright, Monkey, if you're loading Metroid Fusion, I'm gonna slap you.
Oh, he is. He's about to do it.
I knew it.
Not even playing Nestroid, SMH.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, faster fusion. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, that was what I wanted to. Shoutouts to Den for making that little hack of fast fusion. That's a very interesting lore that we're dealing with. Point. Total over. Oh, not even getting the climb, what a shame. Alright, we're not playing Metroid Fusion here. People are just gonna come in like, what the hell?
What's going on?
Monkey is very behind. He just started the game.
Yeah.
Someone needs to tell Monkey that he's playing the wrong game.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Monkey, you're playing the wrong game. What are you doing?
Quick shoutouts to Faster Fusion. If you don't like the text, if you like Fusion, download it off speedrun.com. It's just better.
It's true. There's still things I want to add to it. I want to get rid of the SX cutscene, but I just have no idea what I'm actually doing. I'll figure it out.
Just speed it up. Just speed it up and pretend that it's kind of a warp.
No one will notice. What's Monkey doing now? Oh,
He's
okay.
actually practicing really very good. You should do that. Yeah, Justin, there is one. You should. I think Dan is more qualified to talk about it since he was the one who made it, so you might want to ask him instead.
Yeah, it just gets rid of the text. There's still other things that I want to get rid of, but right now it just gets rid of all the text. It's like 5 minutes faster. I want to say. I really thought it was gonna save more time. Like,
No,
it's really
that's the
strange.
thing. People are very angry about the text, but you don't even. It's not even that much when you think about it.
Yeah. When I did like my initial like first test run, I was like, okay, I could probably maybe get this under an hour,
Nope.
and then it wasn't. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. There's, I guess, door transitions. They're 2 seconds each, so I guess over time that's probably like a few minutes alone that gets added.
Crunchy on his way towards Maker Ridley. Now they actually cleaned the bottom portion of the. Nothing much left to do for now.
Yeah, it just has to go to the end of the game.
But meanwhile, Crunchy's making his way towards the end of the game. Monkey is having so much fun jumping between a pillar and the wall.
Most fun room in the game, believe it or not.
Yeah. I mean, to be frank, we have that very entertaining room in Toothless where you just crawl for 10 seconds and press left.
I love it.
Definition
much
of
fun.
boring room. Alright, coming on to the space jumping tank, let's see what he's going to do. Alright, decides to go back and actually charge a spark.
Yeah. Definitely worth it, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And there we go. You cannot spark on the platform because you will just stand up and like do a tiny jump on the spot and you will actually bump into the tripwires. So you just have to fall down a bit and activate the spark midair.
So let's see what kind of fight Crunchy gets.
Yep. Good shot so far. The swipe give him a lot of things to work with. Good patterns though.
Yeah, this is good.
Very good. Jumping
Motorcycle should do it.
high.
Okay.
And there we go.
Yeah, that was good.
That was an okay fight.
Yeah. You could place bombs in front of that door if you time it correctly, but it doesn't. It really is one of the most negligible time saves I can think of.
Yeah, there's only a few frames to save, so
Yeah.
and you might just end up losing time if you miss it. So
yeah, especially if you end up bomb jumping.
Yeah, except if you really know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You can just charge a beam and you will be almost equal. But now Crunchy, now that he's on the escape, he has what we're trying to go for, being the escape spark. Usually the escape spark was one of the hardest tricks in the game, simply because the shine break was like 1 or 2 frames. That was like 1 or 2 frames window. But now that we have a setup for it, making that we can just crouch into a corner and get the shine break due to this very precise positioning, it is so much better.
It's interesting. Yeah, and even if you miss it, it's not horrible.
Yep.
The backup isn't that hard. Oh, okay.
You have to open that door, though. There we go.
Yeah.
he was about to spark into it. I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
But he gets it in the end. Only the 2 blind pirates to get rid of for now. Nothing too special. There are a few setups to get rid of them very quickly, but basically don't worry about that. Just spam the last one as much as you can.
Crunchy finishes 126.05.
Yep.
So yeah, that'll about do it unless we want to get Crunchy in here real quick.
We'll see, yeah. I think, I don't really know if or not.
He should be joining us in a sec.
Yep. So far, yeah, both runners actually had a really rough time in this run.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of things that were definitely frustrating to miss. Thing is that when you miss a trick, it can definitely get to your mind and actually put you in such a negative mindset for the rest of them that you might just actually go crazy and kind of give up, run into walls and stuff.
We've all been there.
And yeah, Justin, what are you talking about? I'm not this kind of person. Says the one who rages every single time you just miss a trick. All right, so I'm gonna do a sentence that was pronounced with Scotty's name and which was absolutely incredible. Monkey, are you actually practicing map skip?
Yeah.
Notice that they don't want to say anything.
Yeah.
No shame.
The thing is that with this map, as Monkey is just demonstrating it, the hitbox is so large.
Yeah.
And not only that, is that this thing that actually comes out of the ceiling has a hitbox. While in Ridley, you can just jump through it because it does not have a hitbox. Here it has one, so if you bonk into it, you'll just lose all of your momentum and just get the map, actually. So
doing the jump extend seems to be the safest way to do it.
It definitely gives you a few extra pixels of leeway. Pixels that, for once, can actually be a time saver. Because, yeah, getting the map is like 7 seconds, so... Definitely not good to get them, or to get it. Hello, Crunchy.
Hello.
Well, GG for this run. Definitely had a few troubles in it, unfortunately.
That's putting it mildly.
Yeah. But overall, outside of this, how are you feeling about it, or your performance on average?
Probably a way that I should not say on speed gaming.
Yeah, I can
It's understandable.
That. I mean, yeah. You're in my stream. I often joke, man, that's the worst whatever I've had in however many months. That was the worst Brinstar I've had since 2017. That was really, really bad.
Brinstar was very rough. Yeah, that was kind of a problem, especially in the later Brinstar, to get that missile like right above Brinstar Super to get into, since you actually fell all the way down due to the D boost you actually took.
Yeah, that's one of those fun things where the harder you try to catch yourself, the more you accidentally miss the platforms.
Probably the other very, very frustrating thing was the getting to the relay shortcut. That is something I do understand that feeling. Like this is terrible.
3 laps. It took me 3 laps.
Yeah, that sucked.
That's the problem. Yeah, there's no real way around it.
I mean, there would have been if I had broken the blocks, then I could have done it, come back down using the reverse shortcut. But I did for the first time since I started doing New Fair. I didn't break the blocks, so I had to take the shortcut.
Oh yeah, then that definitely explained why you were not very comfortable going for it. That's the thing. Having screw attack and high jump definitely makes it awkward because you cannot use the Ripper as a platform.
Well, I mean, you can. You just have to shoot to cancel out of it, but I wasn't doing it fast enough. I don't know what it is. I think I'm coming down with something else, because it feels like my hands were moving like half a second behind, and I'm feeling really lightheaded today. I don't know. But that's I have no one to blame but myself as the end result, though. I can't really blame that. I just didn't play up to par today. Sorry, Monkey. I wanted to give you a good race. Didn't quite deliver. We'll have to do it again next time.
For sure.
Just happens sometimes. When you're in a bad day and you don't really feel like you should be playing, but still, GG to you. You completed it. You actually stayed all the way through despite some the frustration signs that were coming, like shaking Samus or shooting walls sometimes. But yeah, you kept your head in it and you decided to stay. For a second, I really thought you would give up after the shortcut problems you had.
Nah, I do. There's a lot of things I do. Even put the controller down sometimes. But unless I die, I finish my races.
Sometimes just you have to take a breathe, 1 or 2, give yourself a few seconds. Yeah, roll your eyes and make sure that you kind of try a mental reset.
Yeah, no, I mean, but yeah, I always make sure to try to finish my races. It's not fair to my opponent. It's not fair to anyone who's watching if it's being restreamed. So yeah, I was going to see it through.
Well, then I think we're pretty much done for this one. I think, except if any of you actually have a few more words.
No, I think we're good.
I'm good to go.
Well, then I will just announce the fact that in exactly 1 hour there will be another race. I just need to make sure if it's I don't think it will be on Speed Gaming because the channel might be hosting something else at this point. So I will just check quickly. But there will be a race between Noxious Nick and myself. So I don't want to say you don't want to miss it because I don't want to throw flowers at myself. But yeah, you don't want to miss it.
I thought of some more words I wanted to say. You don't want to miss this race in an hour. It's going to be really good.
It's going to be on Speed Gaming 3 if you guys want to catch it. So yet again, at 5 p.m. Eastern between me and Noxious Nick.
It's about an hour and a half from now.
Yep.
And I think we're good here.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Thanks for watching, everyone.
GG again, Crunchy and Monkey race, and see you next time.
Yeah, GG Monkey.
GG Crunchy.
Bye.